Alright everybody, welcome back to another episode of Jumcraft. Got my buddy Nick here again.
Hello again.
And there's nothing separating us but a thin layer of terry cloth robe.
It's delicious.
Wearing my birthday suit. And my robe and my sock garters.
And your wizard hat.
Yes. Lost my socks, but that's fine. Oh, I've made some changes here, did some work. Kind of regret not recording more of that now. But kind of closing the area a little bit more. Building some stuff. So let's check it out.
Love this little area you have down here.
Yeah,
overgrown. Looks neat.
I grabbed a whole bunch of leaves and made a little canopy with that. It doesn't look like snow will collect on leaves that you place.
Oh, nice. That's useful.
So that's it's a neat little organic skylight.
I love that.
Also renewable. The other option would be glass, but it relies on sand, and I can just grow leaves forever. So, little vine door.
Looks cooler.
Got a little pressure plate there that'll shut it automatically and walk out and open when I get in. I could put one on the other side, but then any asshole that walked up here would just get right in. You don't want that.
Excuse me.
God damn you.
Gonna be a lot of that.
Started moving stuff out of the spider den because I'm going to make this a farmer. So I'm going to clear all this junk out of here.
A farmer? What do you mean?
Farm spiders.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
going to take these torches out and grow spiders. I'm still kind of
So you can get string?
string and eyeballs, and if I do it so that it doesn't automatically kill them, it just puts them in a place where I could kill them without them being able to get out and kill me. I get experience too.
Oh, nice.
I
hesitate to ask because this might be a bit of a deep hole to travel through right now in this early stage of your world, but the eyeballs? What's that all about?
Eyeballs.
Sneak peek of that.
I don't know if
I mean, not like literally in game. I'm just kind of wondering, like down the line, what would you do?
They are useful for potion creation.
Oh.
And I think you also need them to mix with items you get from Enderman, which we haven't seen at all yet.
Okay.
To make the Eye of Ender, which you use for other stuff.
Okay,
So
I had heard about the Eye of Ender. I was wondering if spider eyes had anything to do with it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Spider Eye is mixed with that. It's kind of a new thing, so I haven't really done anything with it.
That's cool.
Yet, so I gotta clear this stuff out yet. But I stopped myself before I got too far because you just come back and be like, hey, look at everything I built. I've gotten some comments from friends at work mostly that I've showed videos to that have played the game, and then I show them a video of something I made, and they're all like downtrodden, like, oh man, I can't make anything like that, and then I quit.
Yeah,
I don't play anymore.
I can't really say I blame them. I feel the same way. It's like, oh, look at all this amazing stuff you put together.
But this is just pretty basic drop and block stuff, nothing fancy. I did put some stairs in. Nice stairs so I don't have to jump up and down.
Nice.
I've planted some sugar cane. And you can get that to grow by placing it on a dirt block or sand block that's right next to water. And then you can just chop the pieces off and collect them. And as long as you leave that bottom piece planted, it'll keep growing. These will grow 3 tall. So
The jack-o'-lantern is providing light for that as well.
yes, I started growing some pumpkins here. You can see some have grown. Interesting note is that pumpkins, when they grow, will always face west.
Weird.
You can use that as a little compass point.
That's really cool.
Yeah, so this is what you get. You plant a pumpkin seed, and it'll sprout out there, and then it grows an adjacent square. This is just a compact setup, and I think it actually does take a little longer for a pumpkin to grow when you only give it like one option, one place for it to grow instead of all the areas around it.
Right.
But it takes up less space, and that's
So it's basically just like rolling random numbers, and if it comes up corresponding to where it can grow, then it will. So hence it taking longer.
Growing trees is a lot the same.
Okay.
Where it after a certain amount of time, it checks to see if it can make a tree of a certain size. And it picks a size, like a predetermined size, and if it can fit there, it makes the tree. And if it doesn't, it starts the timer over again.
Yeah, okay.
I have a tree farm going, and I'll get more into that later.
So technically, it would be more efficient if you had empty spaces in all cardinal directions around the seed?
Yes and no. More efficient time-wise.
That's what I mean, really.
But you're wasting a lot of space.
Yeah,
because you're going to be using a 3x3 block, like 9 blocks, to only get one pumpkin. And this only uses 2 blocks for one pumpkin. It might take a little bit longer, but honestly, I spend so much time doing other stuff that I come back here and I'm like, oh, there's pumpkins.
Right.
I mean, if I want to get this really elaborate, I would just pack a lot of these really compact ones in to a larger space.
Oh, okay.
If I wanted to get a lot more.
Just more chances of getting X amount of pumpkins per Y amount of time.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Expanded my wheat farm here. Been using the jack-o'-lanterns. I'm really digging on these jack-o'-lanterns as a light source.
Yeah.
You can shove them in walls and stuff.
Great that you can have them underwater, too. That's neat.
Yeah.
Which you covered in a previous video.
I also found on some other YouTube video, which I don't have or have a name, and I kind of wish I did because I'm just stealing folks' ideas. If you build a fence post, I don't think I've shown fence posts. If you build a fence post underneath the ground, fence posts look like they're 1 block tall, but they count as 1.5 blocks.
Right.
So stuff you can't jump over them. When you walk on this ground, you're actually it's making the sound it would make if you walked on a fence. So it's like you're walking on the fence instead of the dirt.
And hence you won't be messing it up? Or...
Yeah, so I can walk on this all day without wrecking it.
Right.
So that's nice.
That's a really useful tip.
So this is wheat, fully grown wheat. Pop that. Picked up some seeds and some wheat. I only got 1 wheat. I had some wheat earlier, so I don't think you're getting 3 wheat from that. You see, I've got 3 seeds here, so that'll expand exponentially. Same with the pumpkins. Well, not always. It's like 0 to 3 seeds. But if you just work out the math, on average, you'll get more seeds than you need to replant, so you can keep growing more and more and more.
So do you have your the water source for the pumpkin patch there would be where?
It's right down in here.
Oh.
You can see it because when you till the land, it shrinks down just a little bit beneath a full block height. And so I just have 1 water bucket there and 1 water there.
Nice.
Just have them hidden back in there.
That's a really cool way to do things.
Yeah, this is just kind of rushed in. I just kind of covered this area over and made a little canopy.
Nice.
With leaves and a pumpkin.
It looks really cool.
Originally I put that pumpkin there because I thought snow was going to form on the leaves and cover it over so the pumpkin keeps snow from forming, which it does on the wood around it, but the leaves, I guess it's not a concern. And yeah, so walled off little area back here. These are stone bricks. Show that in a minute when I get back to my storage area. Try to make that stuff. I'm going to turn the sound down here because the animals are getting mighty loud. Hopefully that's enough. Some iron bars. Keep stuff from getting in.
How do you make those?
6 iron ingots to make those. Yeah, a fair amount of stuff to show. These are the stone bricks you make with stone. You just need 4 pieces of stone, which you get from smelting cobblestone. And
is that what you were calling smooth stone before? Or?
Yeah, this is stone or smooth stone. I got used to calling it smooth stone because it was this and cobblestone, which is decidedly less smooth. And while I have this out, way back in the first episode I mentioned some other ways that you could get your compass directions, and cobblestone is one of them. If you drop down a piece of cobblestone and then look at the top, you will see this L right here. And that L points north.
Oh. A little north pointer built into the block.
I believe it points north. Now, some things have changed in the game. Well, that would add up. You got north, pumpkins face west. Getting a little lost in directions here. But they changed the direction somehow with the sun and the moon set and rise, so I don't know. But that's...
So it's like rise in the west and set in the east or something now, or...
That's supposed to be accurate.
Oh, okay.
I'm not even going to try and explain it because I'm sure I'm just confusing things. But yeah, that is a cardinal direction that will always face the same direction. It really doesn't matter if it's north, south, east, west. It always faces the same way. So you can use that to always travel
So for relativity's
the
sake,
same way.
yeah, you'll always know which way to go.
Yeah. I have some animals penned up in here. Some sheep. You can see there's different colored sheep. There's a brown sheep. Man, they are excited. There is a dark gray sheep. There's also a black sheep.
I've never seen
Like
that dark gray
sheep.
before. That's cool.
It's actually pink sheep.
Really?
Spawn. Seen a few times. I haven't seen here yet, but
Can you shear them through that gap right there?
oh yes, I can.
Nice.
I have this chicken friend rolling around. Every once in a while he lays eggs, which I gather for nefarious purposes. Cows, I've been breeding these cows, so I have this ever-increasing population of cows that I am saving for tasty meats. Yeah, I got a couple pigs. There's some lava up there. That fuels another device.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting.
A really flimsy, sort of basic device. And it looks like it's dark out now. And
Little trapdoor, is that?
this is a trapdoor.
Nice.
Make sure I don't get blowed up. Yeah, it's a neat little door. Kind of attaches on the bottom side of a block. And yeah. So I'm not gonna look at that. We'll come back to that. Planted some different types of trees here. These are pine trees. Oh, there's skeleton over there. Pine trees, they have a little bit darker wood, different kind of leaves, grow a little bit differently. And they can be useful for, like this, add some variety to it.
I like your signs.
This is my chicken coop. I don't have any chickens in it. I was waiting until I had video going again to show it. It looks pretty hideous, I think. It's trying for a kind of mixed material pattern thing, and I think it just looks like something that the earth threw up. So I got water down in there, and how this is going to work is I'm going to chuck some eggs in here. They will hatch into chickens. Some of them, I think it's like a 1 in 8 chance of an egg hatching a chicken when you chuck it.
Oh, okay.
And they'll just float around in the water, and as they lay eggs, the water currents will push them down that hole, and they will come out a little hole in the front, and I can just leave them sitting in there, and every once in a while I'll come back and collect
There's
eggs.
just like one centralized gathering block
Yeah,
where all the water sources go to.
yeah. I'm probably going to some of the liquid physics in the game with water and lava and different ways you can game that. Oh, and I have fallen in, which is not good because...
You don't really have a way out.
No, I don't. Which is, keeps the chickens from getting out.
Right.
Also keeps me from getting out. Except I can break blocks and they can't. Which makes me God here. I put some pumpkins in there. And I was hoping it would keep the water from freezing. And it sort of does, but only the water that's directly above it. So I had to build out a little bit more.
Oh, interesting.
Keep water from... Because we are in a snow area, and anytime you got the source block of water exposed to the air above, if it's not next to a light source, it will freeze into ice. But only the source block, so all this running water is fine. Okay. Just making sure I don't get snuck up on.
Yeah, creepered.
No, because there's a sort of safety bubble around you in which things won't spawn. And I've got lights out here, sort of haphazardly placed so they won't spawn where the light is high enough. That doesn't mean they can't wander up on you and rip you up, so have to exercise some caution. That's why I put this little hatch here, so if I'm sitting up there in the middle of the night, something can't climb up that ladder, because yeah, they can climb ladders. Even creepers who have no arms will climb these ladders and blow you up. And there's a lip there too, because spiders can just climb straight up the wall.
Right.
So that keeps them from getting up there. And once again, I got stone brick and regular wood, and then some pine and processed wood. Trying to make a little pattern. I got some of my egg signs. Signs are neat, and there's a lot of cool things you can do with that aside from just, having a sign with text on it.
Thing in this game. Oh, okay.
There's an Enderman, and you'll see he has picked up a block, and I really should work on some kind of defenses for this place because he could just rip holes in your wall. I think I might just try and kill him. I got an iron sword. Use that.
This should be interesting.
Get a pumpkin up. If I don't pumpkin him, he will come at me. No, I'm just going to show you that because I'm going to kill him anyway.
If you look directly at him, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god, look how pissed off he is now. And
here he comes.
Come get me. Come at me.
Actually, pretty good strategic position here.
Oh god.
Oh, there he goes.
Yeah, they teleport. They're freaky. Get some experience, and he didn't give me anything else.
Some
Cheap
XPs.
bastard.
How would one go about making defenses against them?
Walls, pretty much. Because I have the area out there lit up a little bit, so nothing will spawn. Like I said, it can wander in.
Yeah.
So you make, you just have to have some sort of barrier to keep them from getting in.
So basically, they'll pull blocks out of your wall rather than out of your hard work, like out of your dwelling.
Yeah, and I mean, eventually they could get through that. It would be kind of random.
Yeah, not before you really notice, though. I mean,
yeah. You can also use a water trench because they won't travel through water. Water damages them, including rain, and I'm pretty sure snow is the same way.
Really?
So if you just have like a moat, I'm making hand gestures here, and I don't know why because you can't see me. If you make like a moat of water, they won't travel across that. Although I think even with that, they may get to the water, and if they want to, teleport across. I don't think they'll teleport if they don't have a reason to. Like if they're not aggressive towards you, I don't think they'll hop the water like that.
Right.
And then there's lava, of course, same thing, lava moat, and then anything that walks in it will just burn up and die. So you have options. I have not exercised. I'm still kind of rustling out the game world. I
like how your area here is expanding so much, though, since the first video.
You know, most of this I just covered over. If you remember from the first video, where this wood was just kind of like a dip in the ground.
Yeah.
And I just covered it over and then dug down out. So I just kind of been tunneling this out here.
But even outside, I mean, the square footage of your civilization here is increasing slowly but surely.
Down in here, made the beginnings of a little vault.
Nice.
With some chests. So kind of experimenting, I just kind of shoved some pumpkins in the ground, and then I realized you can shove it under the chest, and because it doesn't, block it completely, light will still shine through, so...
So the light will come out of the top of the pumpkins as well, every direction. Okay.
Yeah, it comes out of every square, and it... Go back up there and look at that. So disorganized. The bottom of the pumpkin is the same as the top of the pumpkin. Which is kind of funny. So
just
stem
same
on the bottom.
Texture.
Yeah, same texture. When you place pumpkins, they have to be placed on top of a block, so you can't just stick them on the wall. But if you want them floating in the air, all you have to do is chop a block, like of dirt, put a pumpkin on top, and then dig the dirt out.
Okay.
Which, I have a pumpkin, so I could just show you.
Yeah, let's check that out.
Floaty pumpkin.
Nice.
Otherwise, you can't just stick it wherever.
Yeah.
Clickety-click. Won't go. So I got, roughly organized stone, cobblestone, cobblestone slab, stairs. Got lots of coal. Did some...
Divide them up by material?
Yeah, roughly it's all growing
miscellaneous,
stuff.
Right?
Grab these eggs. 16 should be good. Eggs only stack up to 16. So, there's that. Some wheat, pumpkin seeds, sugar cane, which used to, I think it was just called reed, but then they made it so that you could process it into sugar for stuff. I'm gonna grab...
Yet another piece of tooltip confusion between versions.
Yeah. They changed the functionality of it, but there's other things you can process that. Saplings, different graphic. These are for pine trees. These are for the regular trees, oak. I guess I shouldn't really say regular because it just depends on what biome you're in, what trees will grow, but saplings are like the original tree.
Oh.
Original gangsta of trees.
Huh.
Some seeds. That piece of grass I picked up. I don't know if I'll ever do anything with it. Probably just plant it and break it someday. But I just will not let anything go. More stuff. The leaves I collected from pine trees. A little bit different texture. Different color to them. Fences too. Trying to show you that. Neat. Gravel I've picked up. And gravel and sand are the two blocks. I think there are only two that are affected by gravity. So if you drop gravel, it'll fall. Whereas dirt sticks where you put it. And if you dig out from under it, it'll fall. That can be dangerous when you're in a cave if you're trying to dig your way out of something. If you hit a gravel patch, it'll fall on you.
Cave in.
And it'll suffocate you. So I'm just gonna... Yeah, it pushes me out. Which the game now will usually try to do that, like push you
before it just murders
out of
you
the square. Yeah, it wasn't always like that. Usually you would just get stuck in there until you force yourself to move, and then the second one would come down on your head, and you would choke out in darkness and die. Dirt, nothing. Stuff's aplenty. Some string. I made some glass. I found a nice patch of sand out there, so I dug it all up. And you just cook it. One sand block will give you one glass block. And, yep, it's glass. I don't want to waste it by putting it down, because you can't break it and pick it up again. It just breaks forever.
Shatters, yeah.
It's see-through. Takes up a block. Not much more to say there.
Pretty easy to create, too, so...
You can make glass bottles, which are for making potions.
Nice.
And then I realized I can't make a potion stand to make the potions until I go to the nether, so it's kind of...
Does it require nether stone or whatever it is?
A blaze rod. There's an enemy in the nether called a blaze. It will drop a blaze rod. You need that. You make it just like a bucket, just like a V of glass. We'll give you 3 of those. Feathers, more of this. You've seen most of this. More than... We've also made plenty of ladders, which you can climb. Another thing they changed, this used to work.
Oh,
which
yeah.
It still looks like it does now,
yeah.
Oddly enough. I don't know, maybe I need a larger scale test. Because it used to work where you could just do every other ladder, and then they changed that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that's...
So up to 2 it'll work with? What?
Well, it only looks like I'm going up.
Oh, okay.
Like I'm not, because I can't go any higher than that, so... So now you need to fill all those gaps. Which sucked. I had a world where I had all kinds of stuff underground, and then I got trapped because I had no ladders, and I'd made gaps in them, so... Alright, well I got my eggs, so let's take a look at this egg farming device in action.
Is that the thing that's being powered by the... Oh no, you're just talking about the...
Oh yeah, this is... Quickly scope out. You always want to be careful after night, to make sure nothing's coming along, and I'm kind of working towards walling in my area in a very lazy fashion. I just planted trees back there, and then I'll fill in the gaps. I thought it would be cool to have like a big like wooden wall close off my area. So just oh no. Alright, just get them to follow me, and then they go. Now, animals will be attracted to you if you're carrying wheat.
Man, that is so useful.
Yeah, so they can't get out.
Will he drown?
It looks like they might. It looks like they might drown in there. So this needs some work, I think. Yep, he drowned, and yeah, that water flow isn't going so well there.
Did he drop chicken?
He did.
Fantastic.
No, man, yeah, well, good and bad, all that stuff's just sitting in there. Total fail. Well, these guys are fine, so.
Oh, so ideally that's kind of where they stay, just in that little...
Yeah, I forget the design I used last time. And obviously I didn't test this until now, so...
Those guys will just now lay eggs in perpetuity while they're in there?
Yep.
Nice.
It is advantageous to have more, because you'll get more quicker. And it's bugging me now.
Flaws in the design.
Yeah. Nothing is perfect.
Is it because of those little lips? Of like the wood lips
I think that the water that is flowing directly underneath it isn't flowing. So I just close that in, and yeah, I'll figure it out. Between videos.